As the bus slowed to its final halt, the driver roused the drowsy passengers, urging them to depart. They shuffled out into the wintry night, leaving me alone at the desolate stop, contemplating the unknown. "Man," a voice from the bus suddenly broke the silence, "you shouldn't linger here at this hour. Go home." Strange advice from an unfamiliar voice. With the wind's mournful lament, I gazed into the darkness shrouding the bus stop, its depths impenetrable. No lights, no cars. Why the hesitation? I questioned, seeking understanding. "There are reasons, trust me," the driver cryptically responded, as the bus doors sealed shut and vanished into the night. Many avoided discussing this place, evading the topic or pretending to be occupied, concealing their discomfort. In a hurried stride through the somber streets, I arrived at my window. Recently, it had become my sole source of diversion, offering glimpses of the outside world. The house at the bus terminus loomed enigmatic, veiled in secrecy. Articles on its history, spectral tales, and peculiar conjectures provided scant reassurance. Yet, it was a series of mundane videos that piqued my curiosity. Filmed from a neighboring apartment, they depicted ordinary scenes, yet the absence of the videographer and the purpose behind the footage stirred unease. Amidst the uncertainty and pervading fear, I hesitated to venture to the terminus. It was the sole abandoned place that instilled genuine dread in me. "Why the reluctance towards the terminus?" I inquired, the last to disembark the bus the following night. "Why do you need it?" The driver's incredulous question accompanied the shutting doors. His eyes bore into mine as he continued, "It's just in case." I divulged my penchant for exploring abandoned locales, recounting past encounters with vagrants and close calls with danger. Relocating for work, I found myself living adjacent to a captivating derelict building. His expression shifted, concern etched across his face. "I once had a passenger like you," he revealed, a somber glance directed down the street. He frequented such places. After mentioning a visit to that house one night, he vanished without a trace. He described the perpetually dark terminus, abandoned by electricians long ago. His voice quivered as he recounted feeling watched from the direction of the abandoned house. "There are times I hear faint whispers, followed by hysterical laughter," he confessed, his eyes betraying unseen horrors. Disembarking from the bus, I mulled over his words on my journey home. Though skepticism clouded my thoughts, his tale stirred something within me. Back in my apartment, I readied myself for exploration, armed with flashlights, a stun gun, and a fully charged phone. Despite rationalizing the eerie occurrences, a part of me hungered for the truth shrouded in darkness. With each step toward the final stop, I embraced the encroaching darkness, propelled by curiosity and trepidation. In front of me loomed a two-story house resembling a dormitory, cloaked in decay and neglect. While such dilapidation was common in our area, the abandonment of this structure felt particularly pronounced. My immediate concern centered on the door, often a formidable obstacle. Yet, fortune favored me as it swung open without resistance. Stepping inside, I braced myself for the familiar chorus of abandonment, the drip of water, the groan of swaying doors, yet, here, only silence prevailed. Exploring the dim expanse of the first floor, I found rooms surprisingly intact, some even furnished. However, the absence of debris or signs of life struck a disquieting chord, leaving the question of why unanswered. In the final room, a chilling message adorned the walls: "Get out of here." Such warnings, though lacking in occult symbols, hinted at recent occupation, adding to the unsettling atmosphere. Ascending to the second floor, I found a mirror image of the desolation below. Midway through the hall, a whisper broke the silence, akin to a prayer. I called out, hoping to dispel the tension, yet received no response. Then, a ball rolled from a distant room, a silent plea for attention. Steeling myself, I reassured any unseen presence of my benign intentions, though my grip on my weapon remained firm. Behind me, a creak shattered the tranquility as a door inched shut. The sensation of being watched intensified, urging me to flee, though I hesitated. An inexplicable whisper sent shivers down my spine. I scanned the empty rooms, finding no source for the sound, yet it persisted, defying logic. Retreating toward the stairs, I groped for spare batteries, cursing the dimming of my flashlight. As darkness encroached, I reached for my backup, reluctantly releasing my hold on my weapon. Having restored the flicker of light, I positioned it to cast illumination upon the room's sole entrance. Yet, my efforts proved futile as the lantern flickered once more, a cruel mockery of my predicament. A ball rolled into view, a taunting gesture, as soft footsteps echoed in the hallway. Accompanied by a disjointed whisper punctuated by maniacal laughter, the unsettling sounds spurred me into action. Seizing the dying flashlight, I bolted from the room, creating a cacophony in my wake. In the dim corridor, whispers crescendoed, urging me toward the stairs. Passing an open doorway, I froze. There, bathed in fading light, sat a man by the window, whispering into the void. His sudden presence defied reason. Moments ago, the room had been empty. Slowly, he turned, his pallid visage marred by dark circles and sickness. I attempted levity, but his eerie silence chilled me to the bone. "Hi," I stammered, attempting to break the tension. I was just leaving. My words were abruptly cut short by the sudden chime of a clock. The immense timepiece adorning the wall behind the stranger sprang to life, its tolling bell shattering the silence. A piercing scream erupted, jolting the neighborhood awake. The man remained seated, his screams relentless, echoing through the hollow halls. Determined, I pressed forward, the ominous footsteps behind me growing nearer. Gripping my weapon tighter, I descended the stairs. At the exit, another figure awaited, bellowing in frenzy. With no other recourse, I fired, the bullet tearing through him, shattering the window as he lunged toward me. I fled down the first-floor hallway, scanning for an escape route. Finding an unbarred window, I leapt into the darkness. Outside, I dashed towards the terminus, my flashlight gaining intensity with each stride. As the echoes of pursuit waned, I stole a glance behind me. Ahead loomed the house, its windows casting spectral figures into the night. Their ethereal forms, pierced by the beam of light, fixed upon me with icy intensity. Time passed, bringing some semblance of solace. Now, I alight from the bus early to evade the haunted abode. Research unveiled its past as a dormitory, abandoned amidst whispers of an unseen presence 7 years prior. Today, as I emerged from my dwelling, I witnessed workers preparing to dismantle the accursed building. A pang of melancholy seized me as I observed its demise, amidst cheers from nearby residents. "Finally, something good," remarked a passing neighbor. Yet, a lingering sadness persisted. For those displaced, seeking new shelter, and for the unsettling feeling that remained. As night descended, my gaze shifted towards the vacant lot. A solitary light flickered, casting doubts upon the scene. The bus trundled towards its terminus, seemingly routine. Yet, as the lantern outside my window dimmed, a foreboding chill enveloped me.